Cause my niggas, I stay bulletproof. Bulletproof. Wait, hold on, tell me what got into you. Into you. I search around the room like, where you? Where you? Rendo step to me, I'm like, who you? Who you? And you can say what you wanna say. But I stay on this shit, that's every day. Yeah, cause my nigga, I stay bulletproof. Bulletproof. So tell me, nigga, what got into you? Into you. Into you.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to a brand new episode of Making Sense of Nothing. Episode 18.
A brand new episode, y'all.
Brand new as always. I can say brand new.
No problem, just saying.
Welcome to a brand new episode, y'all. Episode
New episode.
18. I'm your girl Q, aka Q-licious.
And this is your boy Miller, aka Miller the One. Hold on, my bad. Brand new Miller. Brand new, aka Miller the One.
Same old petty Miller the One. That's what you being right now. But thank you guys for joining us today. On today's episode, you know our episodes don't never really match. I mean, not our episodes, our topics don't never match, but that's how we do.
They got the match today. It's a brand new episode.
So today we're going to talk about the right to die. Y'all know that whole thing. And also online dating.
Hey, you gotta think about it though. You gotta think about it. Some people need online dating because they can't get out there to meet people in person.
Right.
Some people choose it because it's just more convenient for them.
Mm-hmm.
And some people choose it to hide behind a computer. And if we turn the computer off, then they're going to need the right to just go ahead and die because that's what they're going to want. See?
I like that connection. It don't make no sense, but I like it. It's like you tried to make it make some sense, so I can appreciate that.
So online dating and the right to die. If you can't get out the house and you're hiding behind your computer screen and catfishing somebody, and they find out who you are, and you have the right to kill yourself.
I mean, well, I guess we'll get into that. But we'll see what that's about. But so what's up? What have I missed? Went to go see the movies without me again? You and the family?
You know we did, but you already seen.
I know. I just wanted you to tell them that you did it.
Well, but I let her know this time.
But the moral of the story is it was last minute again. And
it was.
And
I was doing the same thing I always do on Saturdays, playing Fortnite. And the topic came up. It was like, hey, want to go see Spider-Man? I'm like, when does it start? 4:10. I'm like, what time is it now? 3:31. Okay. I guess I ain't playing Fortnite no more.
Was it good? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Did you fall asleep at all?
Come on now, a Marvel movie? I'm not cute.
Touche, my nigga, touche. It was like a little cat nap. Like it wasn't no like real sleep.
From my understanding, then you said you fell asleep at the beginning of the boss fight and then woke up at the end of the boss fight. That was a long nap, Q.
That really wasn't. It's a blur. It was so long ago. It's a blur. I really feel like it was a little cat nap.
Yeah, I mean, we always feel that way. You know, y'all ever been like, I'm gonna lay down for a couple of minutes, then you wake up in like 3 hours.
But that's not a cat nap. That's a regular nap.
Yeah, but to you think you only slept for a couple of minutes. You be like, all right, I can get on up now. I'm like, what the? 3 hours later. So yeah. So but you ain't missed nothing. It was something you seen already. So we good on that, y'all. We good on that. But the Spider-Man movie was a good movie.
Was Lion King good? Okay.
And she called me petty.
Just saying. And how was the end of your week? Let the people know how your Wednesday through Saturday was.
Oh, my bad, y'all. So since if y'all looked at episode 17, then that covered from Wednesday. That covered from Wednesday back to last Saturday.
Yeah.
So from Thursday.
Yeah, to now, to this
now,
moment. Yeah.
Nothing really happened.
Oh, okay. Ain't been you ain't seen nothing funny. Did nothing funny happen at work?
Nah. Nothing funny at work happened. Nothing No, yeah, no.
Sam ain't saying nothing ridiculous. What were we talking about yesterday? And I was dying. Oh, they wouldn't find it funny. We were talking about the bubbles and it was blue.
Oh.
It was Sam was like, Google ain't gonna know. It was funny. It was like this big old debate. Like I sincerely believe that this man chooses to have the opposite opinion from the majority party whenever we're talking about anything. Like,
What is she talking about?
like all the time. Like everybody can swear up and down that something is just like the color, something is blue, and you'll be like, that's clearly red. Like just to cause a big commotion. Like you do that with everything. Like everything that we talked about Friday was like you had to have an opposite opinion.
Don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know, why do you do that all the time? Like you have to be like, it's like you're in a constant state of thinking he's trolling you because you're like, this couldn't possibly be your real opinion.
Don't know what she's talking about. Emmy, Evelyn, what's another one for her? Emmeline. All three of them are the same person. But just let her know, I wasn't trolling you, okay? So there it is. I had to let her know I was trolling. Me and her was going back and forth about some topics and everything. Marriage, love.
I think you just want to beef with. You just gotta be beefing at work. Not like real I can't stand him beef, but like he clearly is making this more difficult when he knows that what I'm saying is right.
But in that case, it wasn't. What I was saying was right.
But what you guys you guys, I cannot. It's this
Emmy,
man.
I was right.
My friend was right.
Of course you gonna say she was right.
Well, both of y'all was right. What y'all was failing to realize, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Anywho.
What about you?
Oh, how was my week? It was fine, I guess. Yeah, nothing sticking out.
It
was like very rainy, so I spent most of my time complaining about rain and being cold. Like that literally was my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was raining and cold.
Yeah, y'all. So just let y'all know, y'all.
Cold at work, but not cold outside, because this is Miami.
Yeah, for real. Just let y'all know, if everything go black, don't worry, it'll come back. Right?
Yeah.
Because the lights went off.
Like right before we started.
Yeah. Hopefully it don't happen again. Let us get through this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good day. So now we can bring them in, because she want to bring them in.
I just be wanting to get it over with, y'all, because it's absurd. Y'all know that it is. It's utterly ludicrous. And you...
Wait, hold on. I just need her to be just like real quiet. So when I open this, y'all can hear the party. Hold on. Y'all heard that? If y'all ain't here, I can't do it again because the party already done started. You feel me? So it's like it got mixed with the atmosphere. So now everything.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, we can't hear it.
Just So just to let y'all know, since everybody out there already know, but to our newcomers, to the people who's watching, and you know you're newly coming in, this episode, just like all the other episodes, is brought to you in part by, and let me tell y'all something, because these I keep saying in part by, because there's something else that brings this episode to y'all. Because I'm like, why you keep saying in part by, but we don't see no other commercials. They don't get commercials. They ain't sponsoring us. They just doing it. All right? So.
I can't.
This episode is brought to you in part by Clear Bottle of Water. Clear Bottle of Water is so good. You gotta look at it when you take a sip. Clear Bottle of Water, that crisp, clear, refreshing. Can't even get the words out. This tastes so good. I'm gonna take another sip. It's like an orgasm in your mouth. Good. See what I'm talking about? But Clear Bottle of Water, y'all. You can get it at your local grocery store, your corner store. That dude that be walking on the side of the road at the red light on the busiest highway intersection.
The waters usually have labels on it.
Yeah, but they got Clear Bottle of Water. You gotta ask for it by name now. Before they didn't have it. Now they got it.
Oh.
But Clear Bottle of Water, y'all. If you ain't drinking this, then why are you drinking anything?
But I have so many questions pertaining to said bottle of water. Like, is it spring? Is it purified? What is the filtration process of it? What city
She
is
gotta
it
go
from?
talk to the Clear
Is
Bottle
it
Water
from-
people.
But we should know that if
Can
we
I
want to
finish this
buy it.
advertisement
But
real
if
quick?
I wanted to buy it, I want to know these things before
Clear
I
Bottle
buy
Water,
it. That
y'all.
can be a decision
It has
making
2 ingredients.
factor in the whole process
All
of
right,
it
so
all.
we'll get into that after this.
Who
But
is
like I said,
we?
Clear Bottle Water, y'all. It got 2 ingredients: water and greatness. That means it really only have one, cause the greatness comes from the water.
So is this American made?
Of course, it's American made.
Where in
How
America?
can it be greatness if it ain't made in America?
But where in America?
What do you mean? What do you mean, where in America?
Where was the water
It's
from?
made wherever Americans are at.
You sound absurd. Like you don't even. That doesn't even make. Say I
Ma'am,
don't know. Say I don't know.
If you see, y'all gotta understand this. If you see a bald eagle, it's made there. If you see the Statue of Liberty, it's made there. If you see the Washington Monument, it's made there. You feel me? If you see the cornfields of Nebraska,
it's made
it's
in
made
Nebraska.
there.
In the cornfields of Nebraska and wherever that soil is, where you can see it. You just said where it was from.
Ma'am, it's not made
Say I don't
there.
know. Say I don't know.
Ma'am,
Yeah, it was.
Once again, from sea to shining sea, it's made there.
You don't get your Jesse Jackson, Real Sharp, and Reverend Al Sharpton faces ass out of here.
We
Like, no.
we don't question clear bottle water. We drink
All
clear
right.
bottle water. And if you do ask a question about clear bottle water, it should be, damn, why the hell is this water that good? Clear bottle water, y'all. Get it everywhere Americans are at. Except on the borders. It's not normally there unless somebody take it there. It don't like to be too far to the borders of America.
Yeah, because that's a thing.
So yeah, y'all. So let's get up into this.
Can them people get their 5 minutes back? Can they get that back? All right. Well, thank you so much for showing love to our sponsor.
Thank you.
That none of us, that neither of us are
keep
receiving any type of stipend, paycheck, anything from. Thanks for showing them love. I'm sure they appreciate it. Oh, you get some from the CBW people?
I'm just saying, just asking a question. Y'all just ask. I just asked a question. That's all. Episode 19, 18.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, 18.
Oh, okay.
Episode 18.
All right.
I don't know, man. It's just,
Threw you off a little
Yeah,
bit.
people asking questions they don't need to be asking.
Anyway, all right. So I think we should start with the heavier topic first and end it on a lighter note.
Okay, we can do that.
All right. So we'll start with discussing the right to die, which is basically people who maybe they have like a condition that leaves them in like constant pain, a state of constant pain, things like that. They can choose to go forth with assisted suicide, so having a doctor maybe prescribe them medication to assist in their suicide, their voluntary suicide, or like they just refuse additional treatment. Like there is treatment that could possibly help them, but it's not guaranteed, and maybe it's like a long and drawn out process and they just rather not, so it gives them the option to opt out of receiving further treatment as well. So just like things like that, giving them the right to die, them deciding that they want to, and whether or not that's right.
Yeah, that's kind of with me, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my thing is we already have the right to die. When we born, we die. It was like we was born to die. Like that. Like we know two things in this world once we're born. That we're here and we're gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know those already. So like we already know that we're gonna die. So giving somebody the right to die is like, you already gonna die. You already got that right. Something you gonna die. And we ain't here forever. I already know when I'm dying, y'all. 136.
He said that age since I've known him for years. Like, it's very random, but I really think this man think he gonna live to be 136.
136. I mean, if y'all around to be there, say he told me so, then hopefully y'all around, but...
Hopefully. If not, tell our kids so that they can be like, my mama, my daddy friend was right. Like, he said that.
So, yeah. So
I hope that kid works out for you. But, I don't know. With that, I'm actually for it. Like, I think that we can never say, like, I shouldn't have an opinion on how you, like, if you know how much pain you can take, you know what I'm saying? You know how much is too much for you. Like, if you know, like, if you're going through a whole lot of pain, right, and you just don't want it to be a drawn out process, you rather just get it over with ASAP. Like, I have nothing to say about that. That's you, your life, your death. That's you. So, and that's how I feel. Like, I know if it came to me, like, if I were in the situation, like, God forbid, where I was like, I had to decide, do I want to end my life voluntarily or just go through this? Oh man, I don't know. But I'm for it. Like, I think that if somebody thinks that they just can't take it anymore, then they should have that option. But I do know, I know it sounds like I'm a little bit all over the place, but I do know, like, for people who decide to do this, they have to go through counseling for the most part. They have to discuss it with a doctor, I believe. Like, they can't just be like, hey, I'm in a state that this is legal and I want to do it. Like, there's a process to it, because they might just be at that point in time cloudy in the mind, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that deep. Like, they can actually overcome it potentially, and maybe they're not looking at everything, the bigger picture of it all. So you have to go through that process before you're actually given the okay to be given that prescription by the doctor. Refuse that treatment, you know? I mean, because you can't tell you cannot agree with it. Like, if you knew somebody that was like, Miller, man, you know, I'm saying my goodbyes to everyone. This is just too much for me. I can't do this anymore. Like, I've done all that I can. I've been as strong as I can be. The outcome it's very grim. Chances are, even after all the treatment, either it can come right back or I'll just feel worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that it'll actually work? Like, all of the pain, the extra pain that I'll be going through could all be in vain. Like, if the doctor said, like, if there's only a 10% chance, like, there are things like that. Like, and if they've already defeated in every other aspect, it's kind of like, I won't understand it, because, you know, but I can only respect you feeling what you've taken all that you can bear. I
just can't agree with that one. The reason I'm not with it is because, like, I don't know, it just it's just giving someone to the like the okay to kill themselves. Like, I don't believe in suicide, so it'll be hard for me to agree with this and not believe in suicide. Like because because just think about it. What if the person pain was mental and not physical? Do we get to allow them to go speak to a doctor and this and that, and then say, hey, all right, you can go ahead and kill yourself?
I mean, I don't think that, and I can't lie, I haven't done like a super ton of research on this, but from my understanding, I just can't imagine somebody with a mental illness, that being a reason to be like, okay, I'm gonna
that's
help
what I'm
you.
saying, but if you can't
Usually
do
stuff
one,
like that. That's when people that's when they actually do it themselves. Like it's not a right to die situation. It's just that I'm feeling this way. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
but,
I mean, I'm not.
but what I'm saying is, so who's to say which ones? How are you going to say that it's okay for this person to do it, but not this person because of your pain is physical and your pain is mental? That is not. So my thing is, you might say, well, it's a way to help with that with that mental issue that they have and that they don't want to live no more.
Mhm.
Then it goes to saying that it's something that can help keep that person alive for another day, 2 days, week, month, year to go. Even though yes, they still might be in the pain, but we got medicine to calm that pain down and things like it's just crazy because it's like your body can do so much stuff and we can't try to put limitations on it. If we have something that'll help it out until it get back to strength, then.
But that's not always guaranteed. I'm sure
Yeah,
if it was
you're right about
presented,
that.
I'm sure if it was presented like you're in a lot of pain now. I understand you're in a lot of pain now, but in 6 months, all of this is going to be behind you. Usually, in the circumstances where they proceed with the assisted suicide or refusing treatment, things like that, is when the outlook just isn't good. Like they're
but
going to
we
be in
always
pain
go in
basically.
deep.
Would you? But I'm saying like, would you want to be in excruciating, debilitating pain every day for the rest of your life?
No, I wouldn't want to, but if you get it, why? If you have ways of that one day might just get me out of this, then I want to try to be here to it. And then if I don't make it to that day, then I just didn't make it to that day. But don't shorten it. And I don't think nobody can make a rational decision because of they're in pain. I don't think their decision would be rational because they're in pain. They're gonna be making their decision based off the pain they're in.
And knowing that it won't go away.
Yeah, but who's to say that?
I mean, doctors know. I mean, of course, there's like miracles and people have their faith and things like that. That's always something too. But you can only take so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That is true. You only can take so much, but that so much you have to take. You just have to take it. Like you got to go through through that pain. You have to go through that pain because you never know that day that you went ahead and took that pill or that shot or whatever to end your life. The next day somebody could have popped up something in the lab and said, "Yo, I found a way to get past this."
But that's kind of like wishful thinking.
Yeah, but you got to have a wishful thinking when it comes to life.
I think that's easy for you to say though because like you've never been in a situation.
But I have been in a situation like that. Not me personally myself, but it has been personal.
No, but I'm saying like where like you have felt the pain, the constant pain of somebody like and that's where I was saying like you can never know what someone else is like how much
So
they're taking.
Then why we can't allow the people who has that mental pain to do the same?
I think it's different.
But you don't know the pain that they're going through mentally. You never had those type of. See, I can have the same argument when it comes to mental and not physical. I have the same argument that you have for the physical.
And maybe there is assisted suicide for mental.
I just think if you're not gonna agree on both, then you can't agree on none. But I'm against both. But I think if it's gonna be one, then you have to allow the other. And if you can't allow for both to happen, then it's a no. It has to be a yes for all or a no for all. But it can't be a yes for this group and a no for that group.
I think it can be. With mental with mental illnesses isn't it there's medication.
No, not really. Why you think they got people in mental hospitals? Why you think they still have mental hospitals?
And so they don't harm themselves. So that's actually another thing.
Yeah, but something there's no medication then. If they had medication to stop that, then they'll be out here. There's no use for mental home. So it must be something that their medication ain't doing that. Those medication may slow them down, may calm them down, but it ain't healing nothing. It ain't stopping nothing. So now they either got to be in a straight jacket, going through life like that. They got to go inside of a room, like 8x8 room, where they locked in there, padded by themselves all day. They can't draw, they can't write, they can't do nothing really but just sitting there because of anything may give them the opportunity to kill themselves or hurt themselves. You don't think they're going through pain, they're going through suffering? They're suffering worse to me than somebody having physical pain.
Come
I think
on.
no, real talk. Physical pain because because the thing about it is with the physical pain you can understand it. You can understand that it's coming from somewhere. But with that type of pain, you can't understand why the people who so-called love you is doing this to you. So I just don't think that I can't. I don't agree on it. I don't agree on assisting suicide, and my main reason is because I don't believe in suicide. Period.
So you don't think that there's ever a circumstance where a person would go in, talk to a doctor, talk to a psychologist, talk to all that, and a deciding factor should be this person. We're okay with not.
If you're in that much pain, if you're in that much pain to go and talk to all those people, and you're able to go talk to all those people, then you can keep on living. If you're able to talk to all those people, then you keep on living. And then if you're not able to talk to all those people, then who can say that that's your wish? So it's like for me it's a no. I can't agree with that one.
And it's crazy because I don't agree. Like I am anti-suicide. Like I think that can be done just based on like temporary feelings or temporary emotions or whatever you want to call it. Like a large percentage of the time. I know, like. I can also say though that I've never been personally from like immediate memory. I can't recall that I've been personally affected by suicide. So maybe that's. I guess I just can't have too much of an opinion on it. I guess you could say. So, but I just know, like from what I've seen or from people that I know that have been closely affected by it, like their siblings or best friends, partners, things like that, parents even, it seems like most of it, they were in over their head as far as debt or even like with bullying and, things like that. It's just, it comes from a place where things can actually get better, but they make the rash decision to commit suicide instead. So since that's how it's been presented to me, I'm anti-suicide because it's like things can get better, you just have to give it a chance, there's no need to kill yourself kind of thing. However, with assisted suicide or the right to die, deciding how to end your life at whatever measure you decide, it seems to be like in extreme circumstances though, where they've sat and they've thought about it and they know their options and they know outcomes and they know the future and how things are going to be. So they would just rather not put themselves through that. So that's why I'm kind of like, if they have been given, like if the synopsis, if everything just does not look good, like the diagnosis, everything just does not look good, why continue to push yourself through that? Like there's always the glimmer of hope, but sometimes terminal is terminal is terminal. Yeah. So it's just like,
I can understand. I can understand where you're coming from with this, and I do understand where you're coming from with this. It's just that I can't agree with it.
Yeah,
that's all. It's just like I can understand why someone would be okay with it. I can understand, why the need, where people think there's a need for it. I can understand that. I just can't agree with it. Just can't agree with it. And all because and my main reason is because I believe in people too much.
Yeah.
And I believe in the strength and the power that we have to overcome so much stuff and so many things in so many different ways, that if we just gave it a chance, even if I end up dying either way, but knowing that I stuck it out and gave it a chance, then there it is. Because I don't care how much pain I'm in. While I'm not in pain, I would like my family and friends in the world to know that if I am in so much pain that I'm like, know what, I can't help it no more. When Miller was in a rational mind, in a rational state, when Miller was in the state where he was able to stop and think about this, Miller do not want you to kill him, or to let him kill himself, or to take anything that's gonna kill him. So that's why I won't never be an organ donor, y'all. Cause nobody ain't finna kill me.
Oh, you one of them? You one of them people
or
that
let me die.
They just don't try to save your life because they want your organs instead?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a real thing, do you think?
Donald Trump Jr. needs a liver, and my liver is a match to his, and I'm in an accident where there's a 50-50 chance that I may live if I get the surgery. And then, his liver matches Donald Trump Jr., so they paying a lot of money to this hospital. You know what? We're going to give him the bare minimum, and if he don't make it, but we don't want to put too much medicine in him so that his liver absorbs it and mess up the liver. So we got to give him something that's not going to touch the liver, and if that don't work, then we got us a good liver. Nah. Even when I go to my deathbed and y'all get ready to put me in the casket, I want all my organs to stay in me. Let me die with all my organs. Don't take my organs.
But even if you died, you would be anti. Like, even if you there was no crookedness at the hospital, you would you wouldn't even. That's a hard one though. Like If
somebody walked up to me today, got a gun, put it to my head, and pulled the trigger, I know for a fact I got some good lungs on me, some good kidneys on me, some good liver on me. Y'all ain't getting none of it.
You sound so harsh though.
Oh my. Only way somebody getting one of them, they say, hey, one of your kids need a kidney transplant and you a match. Go ahead. They need a lung. Go ahead. They need a liver. Go ahead. They need some bone marrow. Go ahead. Hey, little Becky Sue, 3 years old, and she needs oh man, I hope Becky Sue get what she need. Hopefully her dad or her mom is a match. You're not taking it. It's mine. I'm not donating that.
Dang.
And little Becky Sue, it ain't your fault. It's not your fault. It's the paramedics and the ambulance and the medical staff at the hospital and the rich middle to upper class people who got money to skip the line to donate money to the hospital, donate millions of dollars to the hospital to keep them running, that something happened to one of their people that now I gotta die so they can get money so they can keep getting that donation.
Wow.
No.
Even if you're already dead and gone.
Even if I'm already dead and gone. Y'all hear this? This is a living will for everybody who see this. When Miller died, I do not want them to take none of my organs out my body. Bury me with my organs. Y'all don't even have to, as a matter of fact, don't even bury me. Cremate me with all my organs. Burn me. Put my ashes in a little thingy and my kids can do what they want to do with it. They can keep it on a shelf to remember me by. They can let me go in the air, in the ocean. They can make up a lie and say, Daddy loved the ocean, so we're going to let him go in the ocean so they all can feel better. Whatever. Because to be honest with me, they can just take me outside and pull me down in their garden. I love vegetables a lot. Sprinkle me out in the garden. Help me grow y'all vegetables. So y'all
but then they got to eat the vegetables that grow.
Yeah, they go like, dang, Daddy grew some great ass tomatoes this time around.
I wouldn't want nobody, tomatoes that was in. I'm not saying I'm in the tomatoes, but like there was.
But I helped grow it. Even when I'm gone, I'm still helping.
Is that even when you go?
Isn't like 90% 90% of our dirt is already like flesh, dead people and dead animals and things like that.
That's what they say.
Yeah, so I mean, why I can't help out? Don't put me in the ocean, I ain't helping nothing.
Ashes probably is not going to help no garden,
Yeah,
though.
it is.
I'm going to ask Google. Sam, ask Google for me, because I'm going to forget. She like to Google things.
No, Emmy like the Google thing.
Emmy do Google everything immediately.
So there it is.
All
so
right.
yeah. So that's our take on that, y'all. Clear bottle of water. It's so good. It made people want Miller's kidneys because it keeps it clean in there. It ain't putting no artificial preservatives in my kidneys. It ain't putting no bad anything in my kidneys. The clear bottle of water is just going through the system and coming on out. You know what I'm talking about? And any bad thing that was already in there, clear bottle of water clears all that up. It's like rubber tussing. It's for everything.
No, not rubber tussing. So it must be good then. Anyways, online dating.
Online dating. What's that? Online dating.
No, that's like.
And today on
You
The Price
just
is
wanna
Right,
be the
you
most-
got a new car, a new blender, a new golf set, a new sewing machine.
You just.
Online dating.
You gonna be petty the whole episode? This is gonna be petty 18.
No,
I feel like this,
really. Why
that
you
was
present it to
like-
me like that.
because it's like you take the ball.
Oh, I'll take it. Okay, give me that rock. Kobe Bryant today. But no, online dating. So. I'm a question to ask. Have you ever dated someone that you met offline? Would you ever date someone you met offline? Would you join one of these sites that they have for the sole purpose of finding someone to date?
Yeah. I have never like met anyone off online, like met anyone face to face, like pursued anything, nothing like that. But I'm not opposed to it. It's one of those. The reason that I have it, because I know like majority of the planet has partaken in it, has partook, whatever, however you say it. But I don't know. I think I watch too much ID channel. And then on top of that, like hearing my friends' catfish stories, it's all like, do I want to even risk it? Like, how real is it? So like, but I'm not opposed to it. Like I think, and then a lot of the apps, it's kind of just like hooking up. So, and then even if you say like, I'm not just here about hooking up, I want a real relationship, I feel like they'd be like, you want to hook up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be like, well, I'm fucking, so, you know, like, they're going to present it like, if that's what you want to hear, and then not be...
I think that is real. I think that there's real, and like some of those apps and things like that, or .coms, or we want to call it sites, that people get on there and really is just that, both sides are just looking for that. And then there's some that we get on and say we looking for a relationship, we looking for someone we can be with, this and that. But then it's something like Backfish. What's the name? No.
You talking about Backpage?
Backpage, I'm sorry.
What the fuck is Backfish? What? Oh, okay. Wow, there's plenty of fish. Maybe you were thinking
Okay.
so
That is.
Backpage
That
is
is.
plenty of
All right,
fish?
that is.
Okay, alright. I know that's a thing.
All right, y'all. So I'm sorry, y'all. So I never used either one of them. So my bad. All right. So Backpage, they get on things like Backpage, and then they say, "Oh, but I'm looking for a relationship." But from my understanding is, Backpage is a hookup site, and to buy like hookers and bustles and for people to hook up for one night stands and junk like that. Mm-hmm. So how can you get? Why would you get on something like that and say I'm looking for a relationship or Plenty of Fish? From my understanding, it's the same thing. So those the ones. So when people like, oh, I be trying to tell you that's all I want, but they always showing they send dick pics or They ask me when I want to do this. You not on Match.com or Christians Meet or what's that other one? J Date and junk like that. You're not on that stuff that both parties come to that for that. You on something that everybody else trying to get some tonight and don't care if they don't see you again.
Yeah.
And then you on there like, I need somebody for life. They were like, okay, I'll be with you for life. Get them some, and then they gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, so my thing, so you know by me with the party line stories and stuff. So if I did party line, then I had to do online dating and everything. So I wouldn't say online dating though, but I have met people that I first encountered them online.
Yeah.
Like me and my wife is online. It's from online dating. Like yes, I have seen her in person before, but when I seen her online, I'm like, hey,
that's the girl.
That's that girl.
Yeah.
And I pursued her online. I didn't go to her job. I'm like, hey, I seen you online.
Yeah.
I've been watching you. You know your thing.
It's so
you know,
stupid.
like, oh man, that's that chick that I seen at Mickey D's. Man, that's something for to holler at her. Da-da-da. You know, it took a long time, but it worked.
You're the only
You
one
feel
to
me?
say Mickey D's.
So you know, so I mean, the internet helped me get a wife. You feel me?
It's a lot of people. Like I have so many friends right now that are in like good relationships with people that they met online. So now it's like something that I see. I guess maybe the crazy, the more dangerous, not even crazy, because the internet has a lot of online dating has a lot of crazy stories. But I guess dangerous. That's kind of few and far between. Like it happens, but the good outweighs the bad. It seems.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. I didn't. But my thing is, I didn't go online to date.
Yeah.
I didn't go online to find a girlfriend. I didn't go to. I was cool with being single. I wanted to be single. I went. I was online. To find these hookups, these one night stands, keep this one in my pocket so if things, you know, if it's a drought, you know, let me call, you feel me? Call Mother Nature.
If it was a drought.
Yeah. So it was like that was my thing. It's just that it's weird, like when you like I know a lot of times, cause it's a lot of people I met online, and it's like, oh, they live in Homestead. Hey, I live in Homestead. Let me and see if we can meet up like that. But I never seen them unless we said okay and let's meet up. I never seen them in real life, and It's like, how you live in Homestead, I live in Homestead, and we never ran across each other, or maybe we did, we just didn't make eye contact or something. No, maybe we were walking in Walmart. Maybe I was going in looking at fruits, and you were walking by looking at something, and we seen the back of each other.
Yeah.
No, like that. So it was like, but in this case, it was like, hey, that's that chick. Okay, that got to be her. Didn't tell her, you know, I didn't want to scare her away, but I'm like, hey, what up? Da-da-da-da. And then when she told you we're gonna, I'm like, that was her. You know, so it was.
Have you ever had like a relationship with anybody else?
Anybody
like
else?
Like a for real relationship with anybody else that you met online?
No, online, nah.
It just was hookups?
Yeah, it was just all hookups. It was like back then, I wish they had something like the stuff they have. What's the one when whether they swipe right or left or whatever, which one is?
Tinder.
I wish they had something like that back in the days when I was when I was out there in the streets. Cause but I don't know how. So.
And then like being single doesn't help either.
Question.
Huh?
No, go ahead. I'm just scared to ask the question because then I don't want people to start thinking that I'm curious or nothing.
No, well, what I was just about to say, like, it doesn't, being single, like, my friends are always telling me, because, I don't know, I have come to the realization, okay, so this actually, like, it was, like, last week sometime, my friend was telling me like about, she's like, you should download this app, da 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 da, and I was just like, no, like, and I've come to what I realized about myself is because like whenever my friends give me options of how I could go out and meet people, which is usually things like that, like this app, that app, things like that, I'm kind of like, nah. Or even when dudes like try to holler, like even if it's like face to face, like I told you across from my son's daycare, the dudes across the street always trying to holler, and I'd be like, no. I realized, because I was just like, why don't I give anybody a chance? I think it's because I thought about everybody that I have been in a relationship with, like in adulthood. It's always been somebody that like I already knew, like they were my friend, and that's why like I've never just given anybody a chance that's walked up, tried to holler, or somebody that's tried to introduce them. Like I've always gotten in a relationship with people that I already knew. Like I'm just now noticing that about myself. Like I've always been like I've had boyfriends, like what was the kid, and I'm like, he was my friend first. He was my friend first. I worked with him. And we worked together for a long time.
That's in your mindset. Your mind probably be like...
Yeah, and then it's like nobody... whenever anybody's ever tried to just be like, hi, how you doing? I'd be like, hey. And then like we might talk for a week and I'd be like, oh. Like I just... Like, and I think I just have to get out of that mentality. Like open myself up to giving... Because it's not like everybody that tries to holler, I'd be like, ugh. Like sometimes I'd be like, okay. But then... I'd be like, but ain't no telling what he got going on and da-da-da-da-da. Because it's like, but that's like a part of dating. You have to find that out about people. But everybody that I've been in a relationship with, they were my friend. And I'm like, oh, I know I know everything about him. Let's see what they like. So
I know everything about this person. Let's see. I know they do this, but I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all of this, though.
And it's like, and I feel like I know the real them because we were friends first.
Yeah.
So then all is just a matter of knowing, like, okay, if they're interested or if they did like try to pursue something, then I'd be like, I already know that. I'd be like, all right, sure. I was like, it just took me, y'all, I'm super grown, and I just realized this because I have a lot of friends that's always like, Q, like you have no reason to be single, and I'm just like, no, but I'm good, and then talking about why and stuff. So that's another reason, like with online dating, it's kind of like if I was to do it and try to be someone's friend first, because you're on an online dating site, it's automatically... No,
that's what they call it.
Exactly. So it's like, I can't go into this really, really, really for real trying to be your friend when it's like, okay, we swiped right on each other, so clearly we want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I guess...
So I'm glad you said that. So the Tinder, that's how it works?
I guess
like two people have to swipe the same direction.
From my understanding, if you swipe right, which I think is the good one, I think swiping right is the good one. So if you swipe right on me and I swipe right on you, we'll get an alert like, oh, he like you back, she like you back. And then it's up to us to make the initial.
I was a little scared to ask that question because I don't want people to be like, oh, I know I'm Miller married. Why he asks?
Oh no! I mean that's the topic of the show. So people petty, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was just I was like, dang, should I even ask how that worked?
No, that's if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. But I'm pretty sure
because honest to God, for all the things that I was getting on back in the days, Party Line, Moco, MySpace, Black Planet, Yahoo Chat.
And I used to chat with everybody in Yahoo Chat.
Like
AOL.
All these different things. Yeah, AOL. All these different things that back in the days when I was younger that I used to get on just to like hook up with chicks. Mm-hmm. Like all these new ones, you will automatically think that, okay, well dang, he used to be all those, he's gonna be all these. But I haven't. Like I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm scared to even download like the app. I'm scared to do any of that because I don't want to be going in there just to like, let me see what this is about. And then somebody like, it's seen Miller on what's the name? Yeah. So it's like, so I just, it's like you know this junk to stay away from. Nah, I don't want to know nothing about him. So I know about. I almost should have said batfish again.
Batfish.
I know about Plenty of Fish and Batspace. Backpage. God damn it. I know about those two because working where we work at.
Yeah.
When people start talking about it, I'm like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like I thought Craigslist was all of that. I'm like, you ain't talking about Craigslist? Like, no, people don't use Craigslist for that no more. Like, what the?
What's Craigslist?
Yeah.
I just haven't heard it mentioned in so long that it sounds like that's not what it's called.
So I don't know how these apps or sites work or anything. So every time when I hear people talking about it, I just be like all ears because I'm like, I want to see what's going on with this. But I don't try to get too much into those conversations because I don't need nobody. People like to start jump. I'm trying to let people mess up my happy home because I'm curious about what goes on in there.
Well, just like if you're curious about something, I can be your test tube experiment person, and I'll just like do it for my phone so that you can see stuff.
Yeah, because we need to get Berto one of those apps.
Oh my God, this man.
He can do internet dating.
He won't until he got his life together.
Yeah, but I mean, he can let's say you can just date them only online and then meet them afterwards.
I can't. You know Berto just as much as I do. We both know that he'll be like, that would be giving myself a satisfaction that I don't deserve until I get myself together, and like, just the most ridiculous human being I've ever known in my life.
Yeah.
And you ridiculous, so that's a lot.
But y'all look. Put in the comments or not if y'all are good with internet dating. If you ever met someone that you've been talking to on the internet and like actually like even with the hookups, yeah, put that in there too. Even if it was just like one time meets or something like that, or
if I'm not gonna lie, if I was a boy, like Boy Q would be fucking everybody off the internet. like I really feel like Boy Q would be single, but for that purpose. Like I'm single because I'm looking at everybody. That's it. And I'm gonna have one like that's like that think we in a relationship for real. I wouldn't be shit though. Like, I'd be one of them fuck niggas for real. Like God knew what he was doing when he made me a girl. Like when people be like, "Oh, you too old for that," like I'd be the one like, psh, like, all right, your hating ass. Go see where hoes at. Like that would be me. That would be Boy Q.
Oh Lord,
that would be Boy Q.
It's so weird the internet, the things that's they have on the internet. Like you just sit and wonder sometimes. Like
I do think it's excuse me. I do think it's a really good idea though because like the same thing you said where you in Homestead, I'm in Homestead. How come we ain't never seen each other? And it's like that person that you never seen is like perfect for you. Like how come I never see? Like we graduated in the same year from different schools maybe, but you know our schools played against each other. And then it's just like it brings together people that you just never would have. Yeah. Because
but which way is the no the swipe left or
left
right?
Is no.
Left, all right.
Yes, it's right.
Okay, I'm swiping left on that person. Graduating the same year. No.
You don't want nobody graduated in '94 with you?
99, y'all. 99.
94.
God. But no, I want nobody to graduate in 99.
Why not? Why you want nobody graduating in 99?
I told you that already.
Because it's possibility they got trains ran and whatnot?
Yeah, I know what we was doing, and I don't want nobody in the 4 years I was in high school. I want nobody that was in high school during those years.
But you know, trains was before and after.
Yeah, but I know they was on the uproar during those times.
The uproar.
Yeah.
So you telling me that it was you? You was the reason by you saying when you was in high school. That's because you saying that you was the culprit.
No,
making these things happen.
I wasn't the culprit. I'm just saying. When in Rome. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, that would have got a left swipe. Like man, she pretty. She smart. She know a lot of. Dang, she everything up. Graduated in 1999, and he from Homestead. On to the next.
You wouldn't even just swipe right, just to talk a little bit more and be like, so tell me about.
Nah, graduated in 2003. Okay, we good. Graduated in 94. Okay, we good.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And you was running the trains on the girls so they could be there. But how you gonna run trains on bitches but then be like, but I would never ever be in a relationship with nobody that. But you was definitely about that.
Wasn't in a relationship with them though.
But you was about that. They was good enough to run trains on.
Anybody is good enough to run trains on. That's why they're trains.
Anybody's not good enough.
But want to wrap this up?
Yeah, did we finish? We were finished with online dating, right?
Yeah, we went.
Because we started getting into the homeless stuff and like.
That's one of the things I was thinking too. Is like, if somebody was to come, like if I was to meet somebody, because everybody I would meet would most likely be off online, because I don't want them to know that this homeless dude living in a tent. But I would have to always go to them.
And then when you get there, they'd be like, something ain't right. How would you?
How? I'll be dressed nice.
It's not that easy. It wouldn't be that easy. And what if they wanted to know where you lived, wanted to know more about you? Then when do you tell them that I'm doing this homeless experiment?
Nah, I'll be like, I live with my peoples. You know, they have attitudes. They don't like that. You know, grown man bringing people there. They told me when I get my own shit then. So, you know, just to...
Well, I'm glad that you did, because if you did do that and we were friends and you started dating somebody and I met her, I'd be like, you know this nigga's living homeless for a year. Like, I ain't trying to fuck up what y'all got going on, but that's the one lie he probably done told you.
Oh,
he homeless as fuck. He live in a tent by the Mexican flea market.
Damn, why would you tell something?
Because you can't be lying to people out here about that nonsense. And she'll be like, I knew someone right, because his hair, whenever he cut it, it's always a little patch in the back that he missed. I knew it had to be something.
This girl. Oh, Lord.
Facts.
But, you guys, thank y'all for joining us again. Once again, episode 18. There's 18 episodes in, not including the shorties. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for coming through. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Y'all, we hit 50 and then we hit 60 real quick.
Yeah.
And then we slowed down. We at 63. Been there for a minute. No, we was at 62 for a minute. We just got the 63rd one like Thursday or something. But, you know, if y'all can, just, you know, tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah. Like always, if y'all have some suggestions, put it up. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about everything except the one my son wants us to talk about, because we ain't talking about it in the way he wants us to talk about it. Because we already know the answer to that. But we'll still bring it up. And when we bring it up, we'll say, my son wants us to ask this, but we asking it this way.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, just like he said, thanks again for joining us for episode 18 of Make Us This or Nothing. I'm your girl Q, a.k.a. Q-licious.
And this be your boy Miller, a.k.a. Miller the One, a.k.a. Miller got those bars. Wait till y'all hear them. A.k.a. The Truth over here. With the bars over here.
Hopefully we'll have more facts on where this water comes from.
Next bottle of water, y'all. Alright, but we out. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Cause my niggas, I stay bulletproof. Bulletproof. Wait, hold on, tell me what got into you. Into you. I search around the room like, where you? Where you? Friend don't step to me, I'm like, who you? Who you? And you can say what you wanna say, but I stay on this shit, that's everything. Yeah, cause my nigga, I stay bulletproof. Bulletproof. So tell